Hey y'all, what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany. She's back. She's better with another video. Y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. All right, y'all, come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing it. Dougie pow, our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come. Without further ado, let's go and get into this video. So I will say this. As y'all know, they put out a new trailer for Dollhouse. We will talk about the trailer at the end of the video if I do remember. We're going to talk about the new trailer at the end of it. But I will say this was a good episode. This episode was good. 1,001 confessionals, though. I will say that. I had to start skipping through them confessionals. I'm like, baby, let's get to the point. Let's watch the fight and Ken. But this is a really good episode. I ain't gonna lie. This probably is my favorite out of all the episodes. This probably is my favorite one. I would say this, the little house daddy. Yeah, I do think they need to go home, pack him up. He trying, but at the same time, he is a lot. I think, the girls already are a lot, and they should be because this is a show. And then you also being there being a lot, it's a lot. So I definitely understand why they felt as though, he need to go and get gone. Shila being put up for elimination and going home. I knew that Dora the Explorer Bob, no Bang Gang, was about to be dismissed at some point. But I'm like, too, okay, if y'all got rid of Shila, get rid of Shyla's cousin as well, Jayla. Jayla is there not doing anything but taking up space. Truly. I'm like, get rid of her too. No Shay. Get rid of her. Savannah had put on that curly wig. Oh my God, Savannah looked so good in that curly wig. I ain't really care for the red on her. That curly wig though eats on her. She eats that down. So they start off with eliminations, and I really felt like, okay, here they go again. Every anybody on the chopping block, and don't nobody go home. But they proved me wrong. They proved me so wrong. They proved me wrong, y'all, because they finally started standing on business and making these folks go home. So who was up for elimination was Shila, Swayana, Persuasion, and Kenzie. Now, I'm gonna say this. Dog Kenzie, the first episode. But never in history do I feel as though they should have put Kenzie up for elimination. I don't care what Kenzie got going on with production. Kenzie is OG. I feel like, she already don't have the look. She's already not giving doll. And y'all then put her up there. And she an OG. Like, she's a real OG. Persuasion is an OG too, but she don't have the same impact to me as Kenzie does. Kenzie has way more emotion, in my opinion, when it comes to now that's TV. Like, she stay getting booked over Persuasion. So therefore, I thought it was very disrespectful of them to put Kenzie up, because I'm like, Kenzie, out of all people, y'all gonna put Kenzie up? Persuasion? Okay, whatever it is, what it is. But Kenzie, no, I think they was wrong for putting Kenzie up there. I do. I think they was really wrong for that. She don't have the look. Don't get me wrong. She don't have the look. She definitely looked like season 3 South Central Baddies to this day. But even though everybody's saying Kenzie shouldn't have been there, it should have been no way that now that's TV then highlights her and puts her, in a position to feel like they calling her out. I think they was wrong for that. My thing is, when it comes to Persuasion was standing on business saying like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Y'all should have made sure y'all took her off them cameras. I would have gave her what she was looking for. If somebody say they want to go home, baby, let them go home. Let them ruin their own opportunity. No, she told me my flight got pushed back, thankfully, because I'm still here. I would have took her off the camera. Regardless if the flight got pushed back or not, I would just have her sit in the house, sit in the room. You can't be a part no more. You ready to go home so bad, we finna make sure you get taken care of so you can go home. And I'm not gonna lie to you, she definitely was pure entertainment the first day. She definitely ate the girls up. She was doing her thing. But I do think, if it came down to her and Shila, and she is the person saying, like, I want to go home, and she's standing on, like, yeah, I'm ready to go, y'all should have made her go home. Shila should have still been had another day to be in the house. I really want to know what is Joyce's beef with Swayana. Swayana ain't did nothing at all. Truly, Joyce has made her a hot topic because honestly, Swayana has did much of nothing. Barbie's new confessional look, y'all know. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it. I do like the new confessional look, but y'all know I hate the blonde wig on her. I hate the blonde wig. Savannah's new confessional look, I love as well. Savannah just be giving tea when she had her all black on, or when she just had like an all black wig on. I love the all black wigs on Savannah. It brings out her melanin so good. So Kenzie is in a hot seat, and Kenzie is like, "Can you let me?" Didn't you me question? God, it was so funny when I first heard it. Can you answer me question? My answer. And Kenzie was like, "I can pop my stuff to production because I'm human." Let's think these answers through, Kenzie. Let's think them through. Let's think them through. But like I said before, I do think production is wrong because it's Kenzie. Like, Kenzie been one of y'all main girls. Y'all wrong for putting her up for elimination, regardless of what she's saying to y'all. Y'all handle her on the back end. Now, Bria wanted that from Kenzie, and Kenzie was paying her dust because honestly, I think Kenzie really thought that she was finna go home. So Kenzie was like, "Girl, shut up. I'm not stunning you. Baby, my spot is on the line right now, so I'm trying to beg, plead, and kiss ass." And I do agree with Gelani. Kenzie is definitely a picker and a chooser, and Kenzie be doing a lot of talking. And the same person who was telling them, "Oh, y'all don't need to do all that. Oh, now there's TV, come correct all this and that." They the same ones who put her in the hot seat and was about to make her go home. You see how they switch on you quick? I don't think that Kansas should have been over here apologizing either. I really don't. I don't know exactly what she did to irritate them, but I think that they really was trying to embarrass her. It was too much. Now, again, when it came to Persuasion's attitude, when she was like, "I don't care to be here or not be here," again, that's when I think that they should have came in and said, "Eliminations is over. Persuasion, pack your stuff." Y'all should have made an example of her, I believe, because everybody else is over here giving novels, and she just got like a "I don't care, it is what it is" attitude. So put her on the chopping block, make her stand on that. I feel as though they should have made her stand on it. Mind you, Sway called her out earlier this week on his podcast, said that she was difficult to work with. My thing is this: if she was difficult to work with, y'all should have went ahead and got her up off of y'all show. Y'all should have went ahead and got her up off of y'all show. Let her do her second day. And once she told the cameras, "I don't care to be here or not be here," y'all should have said goodbye. Now, Shila, when it came to the looks department, Shila, you look a mess. I ain't gonna lie to you. The bob, the bob, the bob is not bobbing. Okay. The looks are not looking. It's not looking. The teeth are giving a little yellow, maybe even a light blue. So yeah, it's a no for me. I understand why they put you on the chopping block. You just started, and we can tell. But we should have been getting tips and tricks from the girls before we came. Personality, not so much. Maybe in the confessionals and on the live, she's a key. But as far as the scenes, not really. Fades are being caught, and I get what she's saying. Michaela has had his swim cap on the whole time. Trini is nowhere to be found. Why is she not on the chopping block? So I definitely understand her argument. Okay, so let's get into the house dad talking to Shila and talking to Kenzie. My thing is with the house dad, he know that the girls don't like him, and I understand, like, you know that the girls don't like you, so you feel as though you have to protect yourself in a way. But at the same time, I do feel as though in these moments right here, he was not needed. In these moments, I get what he's saying, but I also think the way he coming at the girls is not helping his case for them to like him more. So they end up eliminating Shila, and I thought, it was just bull because they didn't do like a huddle or anything. George was just like, Shila, you're gone. Let's catch this fade. So I was like, girl, she really not going home. They just saying whatever. That's what I'm thinking, child. But they was standing on business today. Now, I will say I do agree with the house dad with that. Shila saying, I'm not going, I'm not going. Sometimes you do just have to be like, it is what it is. Twirl, and go on about your day. You do. And again, once we see the episode, I'm sure it's a lot of people who agree with me that Jayla could have went home. The Jayla girl, low key, London could have went home. London wasn't doing much of nothing. It was a lot of them who really wasn't doing much of nothing. Shila, more so though, just didn't, like they said, she didn't look like no doll. She definitely was given training wheels when it came to the beginning of like what this show represents. I believe like with this show, they wanted you to already come looking like a doll. They wanted you to already come and give like sophomore or junior. You didn't have to give senior, but you couldn't get freshman either. And I think Shila was given first day freshman. First day. So Michaela and Gelani go their first round. Baby, BTA at its finest. Very much so. Gelani needed that for old, new, and beyond. Okay? She was not playing. She was getting down where she was what? Mad at. Big mad or super big mad? I think super duper big mad. So this what it took me though. When Michaela tried to get on top of Gelani grabbed her arm and was about to swing her down. Here goes security. Headlocking Michaela. Get up off her. Get up off her. But Gelani was not playing. That one hand was working. Then she came in with two. Bow, 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 bow. She wasn't playing. She was not playing, baby. She needed that. Why they put J-Look? Like, girl, what is her confessional needed for? She should have been up for elimination. She should have been gone day one. Gelani is absolutely correct. One thing about you find Michaela, a fall is going to happen somewhere. Y'all going to hit that flow. Hit the flow. No praying grandmother. Okay, very much so. Not only that, is Gelani the one over the song in the beginning? Because I think that's her. I'm a dog. I like it. Now, two things was going on in this scene in particular, and I'm going to give them to y'all. So first, obviously, is the fight between Gelani and Michaela. So Gelani, once again, BTA at its finest, putting belt to ass immediately. That's the standard. She was not playing with Michaela. She meant what she said. She needed that. She's sober now. She has her tennis shoes on. She's macking. I want that. I need that. She needed that. She had to have that. She conquered that. Simple. Sliced. Okay. That's number one. She ate. Number two. Now, as y'all know, they have now there's TV security out there, but Isaiah also has his own personal Isaiah security. Obviously they put money into Dollhouse this season because this was, something that they was being supposed to do. So they did put money into it. So obviously y'all know Isaiah security say CEO security, and then the other security, we obviously know them from other shows, and they just got on black or whatever the case is. And they got like these wraps and stuff over their head. I don't know why, child, but okay. And Isaiah's, these like the same people that we always see be his security or whatever. So Isaiah is telling them to break up the fight between Gelani and Michaela. Nobody breaking it up though. They're not breaking it up. I think they're hesitating to break it up because he said it. Then you hear, I want to say, who you hear in the back? I want to say that voice is Liz. I want to say that's Liz telling them to break it up. And Isaiah ends up saying, when I tell y'all to break it up, I said break it up, break it up. When I say break it up, I mean break it up too. See, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. I don't know. This is This is what I'm thinking. I believe, because I this what I believe. I believe now they really paying him, like, like a monthly fee or whatever. They paying him a little to a lot to, be able to keep making these hit shows. He do most of the casting. It does seem as though he do most of the casting, but I don't think he's over the shows like he once was. I don't think his voice is as influential in the production side like it used to be, because when it came to the last episode of like the little boot camp thing, he came out and apologized. I think he's the face of it, but it's not given he has any control either. That's what I'm thinking. Only because of that little scene right there. And then, too, I just been peeping little things since the show has came out. When it comes to like me just hearing little stuff in the back with production. But that was something I caught. And, obviously, Deja, I remember Joyce was like, Deja did one of the house dad things. So like Joyce really didn't have no control. When they go on their interviews and stuff, she'll be like, she didn't have no control over that. So him coming and being a house dad, she didn't have no control over that. Obviously when the girls came, they thinking like this now that's TV regular stuff. They're not thinking that, now that's TV trying to turn a new page. So they came in ready to squabble. So I just believe that it's a lot of more hands in the pot saying this is a good idea, this is a good idea, this is a good idea, and not necessarily asking if it's a good idea to people who live, breathe, eat this stuff. It's more like this is a good idea, we're going to put it in there. And they just throw it at the wall. If it hit, it hit. If it don't, it don't. And because he's the face, he gets the backlash. Or, if they doing an interview and they asking Joyce, well, you the host, da this, da that. She like, well, I'm the face of the dolls, but I don't have anything else besides that. Like, I can't tell you what activities they gonna do. I can't do this. I can't do that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all, I screamed. When YG said that the girl head got busted like a grape, baby, I screamed. I hollered so loud. I like Kenzie's second confessional look. It's really cute. I like the second confessional look. The first one, I don't really care too much for the dress. It was ugly. But I like the second one. It's giving beach vibes. And baby, yes, Gelani built her ass. And Joyce is hilarious. She said, I don't know why y'all celebrating. She beat all y'all up. Y'all ain't beat her up. So what's the key for? That took me. And honestly, too, as they was fighting, it was Joyce's facial expression why they was fighting. Because you could tell she already knew she was going to have to hear about Michaela losing. You could tell she already knew. That junk had me hollering. Now, this is what Barbie lost me. Barbie truly lost me. So Trinity, I guess her name is like Trinity Barbie, and then hers is SoCal Barbie, and she trying to read her and say like, you never gave Barbie. I'm like, hold on Holiday, as Joyce would say, hold on Holiday, hold on. I definitely feel like SoCal Barbie don't have not a lick, not a half a centimeter of room to talk about nobody's look when it comes to a Barbie. But first of all, Barbie clothes be so ugly. I don't know if she getting them from the flea market or not. I don't know if she's getting them from the back of somebody's trunk or what. Barbie be looking a hot mess. A hot fool. Every time you see her, she look a fool. Barbie has not a lick of a room to talk about how nobody look, how nobody dress. Girl, just now is getting wigs that look cute on you, please. I'm trying to figure out why is a lot of spit happening? Like, this getting nasty. I don't like all this spit. Ew. So Shila ends up spitting on Ari, and they are gonna get that later. They are gonna get that later. I ain't gonna lie, the fight was weak. I definitely thought the fight was gonna be better, but it was not all that. And Barbie is so thirsty to fight Trini for what? For what? I mean, you so thirsty to fight Shila. Who was thinking about Shila? Good, they get to the house. Ari trying to see what she's like, who find it? Hold on, go to your room. Like, security was on one. Go to your room, go to your room. Like, I'm like, is it that serious? It's not that deep. Ari, I like you, but I don't like the Aunt Your Mama joke. I don't like the Aunt Your Mama joke. Fix it and apologize to my community now. Fix it and apologize to my community now, Ari. Now, today. So Joyce ends up having a one-on-one with Shila, and she just let Shila know, like, you're not giving doll. You're still in training wheels now. That little color thing that she did try to come through and say, the skin. I said, yeah, clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. She cleaned it up, okay. Just saying that the girl got acne and all this, and basically, girl, don't be wearing makeup. Is not giving beauty queen, basically. Because I was like, okay, clean it up real quick. Hold on, clean it up. So she ends up, just letting her know why she's not fitting the show and why the show can go without her. And, basically just says that the person who will be putting you out is Ari. Shila said, I hope she beat me up. Joyce said, if she do, if she don't, you're still leaving. If she do or she don't, you're still getting out of here. So Shila and Ari fight. Obviously, Ari wins. Girl, like I said, the fight really went all that for me. It gave weak. Ari was getting her hits in, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Shila was just getting tossed around like a damn rag doll. But girl, what took me was Anson and snatched that wig off. Snatched that bob off. Girl, that took me. And the wig flying, ready to get away. Now, Ari, when she got in that room, that junk had me hollering when she was hitting the air. Around, you got to do it like this. Girl, I was weak. And her, you got washed. You got washed by me. And then, Bria, I'm going to give you that. Maybe the first round, you got me, but the second, I was on you. So, Shila go back in her room. She puts on the unlucky bob. I think that's why she ended up leaving. The bob is so unlucky. She like, I'm not leaving. Security said, please don't make me grab your stuff. Like, come on, leave in peace. This is your time to twirl out of here. Now, Barbie is talking mess in her confessional. They end up showing us a sneak peek of Barbie find somebody. I don't remember who she found, nor is it really important to me. Probably 10 times out of 10, Trini. So she like, let's just get it right now. Playing like, cool. Like, let's just get it right now. The girl can't even get up. Blah, 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 blah. Barbie all up on her. I said, you know what? Sneaker teaker, get her out of here. Like, I hope that you toured. I hope you toured. Now, what Ari messed up after the Yo Jemima joke, because like I said, baby, come clear the air and apologize now, because I don't like that. I don't think y'all have no business asking these security guards what they think about y'all. I don't. That's just my opinion. Like, don't ask them what they think of how y'all look. So Joyce tries to have a one-on-one with Shila because she does feel bad on how everything came about, and she's just trying to have a one-on-one with her. Shila ends up, letting it be known to us that she was trying to get her hair done. She was trying to get her hair done, but it just did not work out in her favor for her to get her hair done. And, she feels as though Makayla has been in the swim cap this whole time. Why should she be up for elimination? And again, I don't think it had anything to do with her fighting. I think it was the look. I think that Shayla was one of the hardest looking ones. And again, it's giving training wheels. It is not giving. It wasn't giving doll. And they said that. And they stood on it wasn't giving doll. And I think she knew that she didn't give doll. Like, you do look at all the other girls. You are one of the ones who look very hard, and you just didn't have the look that they were looking for, so they had to let you go. She ends up throwing a drink on Joyce. I don't know how that goes. It didn't seem like it was much in the cup anyway, and she was upset, but girl, bye. See y'all in the next one. Love y'all.